Here's the first problem. All right. Has anyone seen this image before? Yes.
I have.
You have? Okay. Yeah, I think this comes from your group, Paulette. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this lady, she asked, she's like, hey, I grabbed this image from the internet. I imported it, you know, and I would like to color the stars or maybe even the unicorn itself a different color. And, you know, her question was, is that possible? Okay. So can you go from black and white unicorn to something a little more colorful, right? All right. So what do you guys think of that question? You think it's a good problem? You think that's a, what do you think, Paulette?
Well, it actually comes up a lot because people don't understand that JPEGs and PNGs and bitmaps and stuff are image files and not cutting files. So they don't know how to turn that image into a cutting file that they can use with different layers or different colors. Most people would cut the whole image and then with scissors cut the other, like the horn off of the unicorn, on the pink one, and put it on the black one, and take the stars from gold and trash the rest of the stuff, and they're wasting a lot of supplies.
Yes, that is a true point to bring up. So I just posted a link in the group. Okay. So here's something that you guys can do while we're, you know, chit-chatting a little bit about this stuff is you can click on that link. You can go check out that unicorn and, you know, maybe you guys can formulate something. And I'm going to show you basically how we can get from that image into design space. And then once we get into the design space, that's where I'm going to need your help. Okay. All right. So go ahead and click on that. You guys can try to work through it while you're watching me, I guess. And, you know, especially if you have multiple monitors. But anyway, so I got this. I'm going to go ahead and visit that link. Now, when we're talking images and stuff, you know, this is just a normal standard JPEG image. You know, there's not an SVG. You know, so I'm going to go ahead and right click this and save the image as, and I can just go and put it in my download folder. As long as you know where that thing is, you'll be good. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and launch Design Space. And you guys all have those little toolbar, like Windows users, you have the little tool icon down there at the bottom right. On Macs, it's up here. I can just launch Design Space right from the Cricut Bug app. Okay. So in Design Space, we need to get the image in there, right? So let's go ahead and put that in. So it's going to be upload images. And then we're going to upload it. And I'm going to find my unicorn. There it is. And I'm going to go ahead and upload it. All right. So what do you, now when it comes to this, Paulette, here's something that you know, this is a tip for you guys, you know, that you find out these things the more times you use it. And for example, if I click complex image on this simple black and white thing, right, and I click continue, if I choose this little the little tool that we're supposed to use in order to erase, if I go to the next thing, if I click continue, because this is the page where I sort of see how clean did that wand get it. Okay, so you can see that. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's lots of fuzz around here, fuzz around those stars. Okay, what I tend to do, if it picks up a lot of fuzz, I'm going to choose something else. I'm going to choose this. So selecting the image, and I'm going to go ahead and click simple image this time, and then click continue. And then with that same wand, I'm going to go ahead and click that. And if I click continue this time, I get cleaner stars. I don't know if you see that or not. That's a little tip out there. Okay, so print and cut image. I want this to be a cut image, and I'm going to go ahead and click save. All right, I click the little check mark, I hit insert images, and there we go. All right, so now we have this unicorn in the stars. Now, what are some thoughts out there? Go ahead and chat. Just throw some of your thoughts out there on what we can do in order to get this unicorn to be multicolored here. At least the stars for now. Anybody?
Do you have everybody else unmuted so they can,
Well,
or do you want them to type?
okay, so yeah, I mean, you guys can type. Someone said slice. Okay. So let's go with ungroup first. So I got this thing selected, and my group ungroup. Hopefully you guys can see my menus pop up. My group ungroup is barriered. So ungroup, not an option, but good guess though. Good guess. All right. Elizabeth said that she would slice. Okay. Now you can slice, right, Paulette?
You can.
You can. Now,
I would try contour.
yes, I was going to say, is that the fastest? Would you is that the fastest way? So first of all, let's talk about what Elizabeth said. So what she's talking about is drawing a shape around those stars and basically trying to slice them out of that. So if I go like this and I select everything and I hit slice, it is true that I am now able to remove those stars. So that is one option for you. Okay. And Michelle says contour, and contour is my way. Let's see. I would take another program and put it back as an SVG. Yes, but we are just using Design Space. Good thinking, Leslie, for thinking outside the box of what to do. Hey, Troy, what would you suggest, Troy? Let's see what Troy what he agrees with. He's probably going to say Inkscape or something. All right, so let's try the other suggestion was contour. Slice if I don't have Inkscape. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and back up all the way until I have have just the unicorn and no triangle. Okay, now this is all one piece, and contour was suggested. So let's go ahead and use a little contour. So over here in the layers menu, you have contour. Paulette, tell me what contour does for us.
It hides some of the lines. So
Okay.
in this case, I would have duplicated it first, but whatever you click on.
Okay, let's duplicate first.
Okay.
Okay, duplicate. There we go. So now we have an original copy, and then we have the original.
Right.
Okay. So I click contour. Go ahead.
In one copy, after you click on contour from your layers box, you want to then click on the lines that you want to hide, and you'll notice it changes to sometimes ever so slightly, but it does. And when you click on all of those, once you click back into the white space on your mat, they're all gone.
So you guys see that? That's kind of cool, right?
And
so
the other one, you could hide the horse.
Hide just the horse. All right.
It is going to get tricky with the horn because that last little part of the horn is also part.
Yep.
Unicorn's head.
So there we go. And now we can move that, and then we can color it, right?
Right.
Okay. So we color it by over here. And now we got that. Cool. So going back to this is like a little thinking outside the box again with this is how can we get the pink unicorn part? Slice if you don't have Inkscape. Yep. So how can we do that? Because we can't group, we can't ungroup, we can't really use contour because, like Paulette said, we have that little stub right there. So we can sort of take what Elizabeth. Yeah, go ahead, Elizabeth. Go ahead and answer. Yeah, we should take exactly what you said. What did you say, Elizabeth? Go ahead, answer. I know you got it. Now, if you want to talk with your microphone, feel free. Just let me know, and I can unmute you. Okay. Jana, no, we cannot edit nodes. Nice thinking, though. That's going to be in Design Space 5.0. Okay, we're in Design Space 2.0 right now. All right. Slice the horn, or at least that small triangle. Yep. Oh, you don't have a mic. Okay. No worries. We will be your voice. We will be your voice. I'm going to go ahead and insert a shape just like she said. Now, like I said, I've already done this before, so I sort of know that we're going to need multiple shapes for this, but you can almost think of this as a piece of paper, and we need to cover up that horn with a piece of paper. And we can unlock the constraints for proportions right here. Click that little unlock, and now I have freedom to make this thing move the way I want. So I'm going to get this thing horn shaped, rotate it, place it on top. You know, now if you have a piece, you know, say for example that this really didn't work, and you're like, okay, well, let's go get another piece of paper, right? So I'm going to go ahead and insert another shape and try to get it to cover the entire horn, okay, or the entire shape that I'm trying to slice. Hopefully that makes sense. So there we go. Now you said we slice, right? Okay, let's go ahead and slice. So I'm going to hide these stars so I don't accidentally select them, and I'm going to select everything, and I'm going to try to slice. Oh man, you know what? I can't slice. So Miss Elizabeth, what do I got to do? You ever have this issue, Paulette, or you're trying to slice something and it just won't slice?
Oh, definitely.
I know. Gosh.
Definitely. Slice has that little rule.
Yes. All right. So Elizabeth came in for us. Yeah, Slice has rules. Go ahead, Paulette. You explain the rules on why we need that, or why is Slice not working?
Because you can only slice 2 layers at a time, and your shape or original image or text is 1 layer, and then you have 2 rectangles there, so you have 3 layers that you've got selected. So Elizabeth is right. If you weld those 2 rectangles together, just like you can weld a line of text and make it 1 layer, and then you'll be able to slice it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I actually made this little troubleshooting chart. So if you guys are ever in the need of slicing, if you follow these rules, you'll always be able to get Slice to work. So the very first question, this is your starting point. Are you only selecting 2 layers? And if you take a look at this and you look at your layers panel, when I have this entire thing selected, how many layers am I actually selecting? 1, 2, 3. So I'm not selecting that, you know, so I need to somehow get 2 layers. And how can I get that? Well, we got to do what Miss Elizabeth said, which is weld these 2 shapes with a sweetheart. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and weld these. You select both of them, click the weld, and then I don't know if we need to add a heart or not. Nope. Okay, it's just weld. And now we can select both of these, and now our slice option is available. So hopefully this, you know, points out those common newbie errors. I'm going to go ahead and click on the slice. And there we go. And now we have a horn that can be moved. So anyways, you know, not perfect, but, you know, I'm not trying to be perfect with this. And you can go ahead and recolor this to whatever you want. There it is. And delete all the unnecessaries, right? Okay. All right. Good job, Miss Elizabeth. 1 point for you for Slice. 1 point for Michelle for Contour. And we'll give Troy and Leslie half a point for suggesting other programs. Would you agree with that, Paulette?
I would.
Okay. All right. So